Are you looking to build a killer portfolio for cloud computing to break through in 2024? Then you're in the right place. Let's jump right into it. Hey VFC fam, it's your boy Joshua Tech Dev Walker, your venti fried chicken author and your global cloud slinger. Grab the book on Amazon or Goodreads. This was a much requested update to a video I did a while back. You will see some repeat content, and actually that's a good thing to show that some of these skills are almost evergreen. The key here is for you to be able to build some projects that real world employers care about. This is by no means an exhaustive list. However, with me working almost 8 years in the industry with some of the biggest clients in the world, these are either ideas that I've seen as a constant or skills that have a huge deficit but the market really wants. But if I'm missing anything, please add them to the comments as we want to keep the gang strong. This is in no particular order because they're all important for different reasons, so do research on whoever you're looking to work for and see what's most relevant to them most likely. Let's get started. One that was on the past list that has grown significantly is building a serverless web application. And to point out two particular services, Amazon Lambda and API Gateway. Lambda helps you run your code without provisioning or managing servers, where API Gateway helps you make APIs for your serverless application. The benefits of using these two services together for a web application are, it's modern, it's cost effective, it can scale, and as long as your code base is decent, the overhead maintenance is a lot more streamlined than jumping into all of these servers. Another portfolio idea that is super practical and is here to stay forever is automating infrastructure with Terraform. And although today I'm focusing on AWS, this is agnostic where you could automate in Azure or GCP as well. Consistent and repeatable infrastructure deployments are just table stakes now. You help reduce a lot of manual configuration errors, and you also can enable multi-cloud, which is also a very prominent subject nowadays, and let me know if you want me to do a video on that. Next is a little bit of a beefed up update, which is deploy a machine learning model in SageMaker. With the adoption of things like ChatGPT and Bard from Google, everyone for the most part is at least a little bit curious about machine learning and artificial intelligence as a whole. SageMaker is one of those services that's at the front of all of this. You can build, train, and deploy machine learning models without having to worry about the underlying infrastructure, which is great. Next is a return to the list, but it really feeds into everything we've talked about so far, which is create a secure CICD pipeline, specifically with code build and code pipeline. This helps you securely push everything all the way from development through production while automating your code testing and deployment, once again giving you faster release cycles and reducing errors. Hopefully you're seeing a little bit of a theme here. The next one is near and dear to my heart as I work mainly in the data space. Analyze real-time data with Kinesis and Quicksite. Kinesis combined with Quicksite makes it so that you can spot trends and basically help enable businesses to be able to move forward through real-time data streams. This helps improve decision making and makes it so you can really just pivot with the market. The next one kind of gets lost in the shuffle, but I think is as important as ever as well because of how expanded the landscape is now. Design a disaster recovery plan. Create a plan where you would protect data and ensure business continuity in case of a bad event. This will show your potential employer or customer that you know how to make sure that you're going to minimize downtime and data loss, which is really all rooted in customer trust. Would you put your stuff in S3 all the time if you knew you were going to lose data all the time? No, you wouldn't. Disaster recovery really shows holistic thinking. Next, we're going to take a trip back to SageMaker. Build a text to image generator using Comprehend in SageMaker. This shows a really creative application of AI. This shows that you understand natural language processing and machine learning skills overall. Next, we're going to do a little detour back to automation because it's so important with a little sprinkle of serverless. Automate server backups with AWS Lambda and CloudWatch. Newsflash, things will break. And the only way you're going to sleep at night is if you have backups of those things. Combining CloudWatch and Lambda does the following. You reduce the risk of data loss. You simplify backup management as a whole because it can be very, troublesome. And you ensure that data recovery is smooth and efficient from an operations perspective. Next is a fun one, but also returning to Lambda, which I'm hoping you see in another sub-theme. Build a serverless chatbot with Lex and Lambda. Now you're building robots that engage with users. You improve the overall customer experience and we've all probably experienced this on some of our favorite sites, but some of the benefits are stuff that's easily answerable that's already cataloged. You're automating repetitive tasks far as a human having to intervene. And you're personalizing the experience with AI. Last but not least, show them how you would optimize costs with CloudWatch and Cloud Explorer. I don't know if you know this, but all this stuff costs money. Engineers get so wrapped up in building cool stuff that they forget that there's going to be a massive bill if we don't manage stuff. achieve cost efficiency, gain insights on spending patterns, and most of all, just really show that you have financial responsibility. Hopefully this video helps get you pumped up for the new year. Subscribe for more cloud tech and creative content. Links to the projects are in the description. Train, inspire, relate. And shout out to everyone that I met at AWS reInvent. Had a great time.